Ladies and gentlemen, we are approaching our station at the entrance to Main Street, USA, gateway to the 7 theme lands of the Magic Kingdom. As you approach the entrance, please keep your party together and have your tickets ready.
Broadcasting live from 38 Studios in Providence, this is the Go Ask Mickey podcast, helping you with the tips, tricks, and the tools needed to save you time and money on your next Disney vacation. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, send them to goaskmickey@gmail.com.
Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Go Ask Mickey podcast. My name's Jerry from GoAskMickey.com, and on this week's episode, we are discussing free dining. Everything there is to know about the free dining plan, how to get it, how to use it, where the savings, where you're going to get the most savings. That's the most important part. So, we got that going on. Joining me in the studio today is the world-famous Fast Eddie. If you have any questions you want answered on the show, send them on over to goaskmickey.com. But before we get into any of that, let's head over to see what's going on as far as news from around the world.
Good evening. I'm Ron Burgundy, and this is what's happening in your world tonight.
Alright, this is what's going on in the world today. A mysterious new attraction has popped up in Tomorrowland, and here's what we know so far. An eagle-eyed guests who visited Magic Kingdom over the weekend have noticed that the signage for Stitch's Great Escape has been removed from Tomorrowland and has been replaced by a sign that says Stitch's Alien Encounter Character Greeting, which is presumably the name of the new attraction that will be filling that space soon. Interestingly, this change has not been officially announced, and the addition of the sign was completely unexpected. While details are kind of scarce at this moment, here's what we know and what we think we know about the updated offering coming soon to Tomorrowland. So guests will be meeting the full-size Stitch character. Over the weekend, we speculated that this new character greeting might be like the BB-8 and the meet and greet at Hollywood Studios, and that allows guests to interact with the Stitch animatronic that has previously been part of the Stitch's Great Escape attraction. However, it looks like cast members outside this attraction are now telling guests that the full-size character will be meeting guests soon in newly created meet and greet space, which will be located near the front of the building, away from the theater in the round space. So in addition, there may be other alien creatures, not just Stitch, which will be meeting in the area when it opens. So Stitch's Alien Encounter Greeting will welcome the first guests next week. And according to several sources, it looks like Stitch's Alien Encounter Character Greeting will open its doors on October 8th. However, like Stitch's Great Escape before it, this attraction will be seasonable in nature at first, only opening on days when the park is expected to be very busy. Of course, this attraction proves to be a big hit, but this character experience will likely be upgraded to everyday operation. We will know more about this potentially in the future until after the holiday season. So that seems to be what's going on in that attraction place. So a lot of people are asking, what is going on with Stitch's Great Escape, the ride itself? It has been more than a year since Disney began seasonal operation for Stitch's Great Escape. And ever since that announcement was made, this attraction has been on a death watch, as Disney has a history of making attractions seasonal before closing them forever. However, Against all odds, Stitch's Great Escape has come back a number of times over the past year, sometimes for several weeks at a time. But this space seemingly turned into a character meet and greet area. Does this really mean that the end of Stitch's Great Escape is near? With the character meet and greet taking place in the front of this attraction space, it would be easy for Disney to preserve the Stitch's Great Escape theater space as well, and offer the character meeting experience and the regular Stitch's Great Escape experience at alternating times, especially giving Disney 2 attractions in one space basically for the price of one. However, there's another possibility here that is potentially a lot more exciting. Last year, rumors swirled about a potential VR-powered Wreck-It Ralph attraction coming to the space as soon as 2008, in time for the release of the Wreck-It Ralph sequel coming in theaters. In the months since this rumor has surfaced, there have been no real dates on this project, which probably means that this project didn't get past the Blue Sky stage and has probably been scrapped. However, we can't believe that Disney has no plans to renovate this prime attraction space right in the front of Tomorrowland, which is where we think the meet and greet might come into play. Right now, Disney is using the Stitch's Great Escape attraction area for a treat station during Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. However, once this season event ends, if Disney starts using the front of this building exclusively for character experience, they could potentially begin demolition in the back half of this attraction if the plan is still in place to replace Stitch's Great Escape at that point. While this is purely speculation on our part, this space has been long overdue for a new occupant, and this may be a way to get the process started throughout the Magic Kingdom, immediately losing an attraction. If the opening of Stitch's Alien Encounter character greet truly means the end of Stitch's Great Escape, we would be very sorry that this would have to go. Let us know what you think about this. Stitch's Great Escape has been on a downward slide for many, many years, actually. So it's been on the chopping block, and I think it's finally hit its last chop. So we will see in the next coming weeks, and we'll be right back with the next story. Alright, also this week in the news, the Grand Avenue and the Baseline Tap over at Hollywood Studios has officially opened, and the Muppets Courtyard area all became classified as part of Grand Avenue. And this is part of the Baseline Tap, and that has just recently opened this past weekend, and the Muppet Show will be coming to Grand Avenue as well. A new Muppet Show is rumored to take place along Grand Avenue in a Hollywood Studios. Grand Avenue repurposes part of the Streets of America, and the Muppet Show is expected to feature Muppets in the windows along the street as means of entertaining guests waiting to enter Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. This is all leading to the Star Wars, the new soon-to-be new Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. The execution of the show is expected to be similar to the Muppets Presents Great Moments in American History over at the Magic Kingdom. This is where the Muppets give their rendition of the Great Moments in American History. This one will be more lean towards the Muppets giving their rendition of the various Star Wars movies. So it's kind of like a psych you up kind of a thing as you're going into Star Wars Land. So that will be coming soon, hopefully sooner than later. Disney's Hollywood Studios needs something at this point. And I think that is it for this week's news. And we will return after this with the free dining ins and outs, everything you need to know about the free dining plan and how to use it, how to understand it, how to get it, and how to make the most out of it. We'll be right back after this.
You're listening to the Go Ask Mickey podcast.
we'd be out searching for that treasure, sailing the 7 seas on a 5-year mission, boldly going where no man has gone before. Say, that's catchy.
All right, everybody, we are back. And on this week's episode, we are discussing pretty much what it is free dining is and what it has to offer. Now, yes, I said the word free. Free does not come from the Disney vocabulary very often. So when it says free dining, a lot of people freak out over this promotion. Now, free dining, the free dining plan is a promotion that Walt Disney World offers every year for select dates in the fall and the winter, and is technically a great discount for those booking vacation packages. Now, free dining has already been released for this year, but there is a free dining bounce back offer for current guests who will be going this year and can rebook for next year's free dining. So that is a big plus. If you're down there or soon to be going down there this year, you can then book while you're down there. You can book this bounce back offer for free dining next year. And they have a book in your room where you can look for certain dates, and if they're available, you can get this promotion. Now, with this special offer, a little bit about the dining plan. We're going to get into every little aspect of it. First, I want to get into what it is, and then we'll get into how to use it. With the special offer, Disney World guests booking vacation packages with non-discounted resort hotels and park tickets get to receive a dining plan offer for each member of their party for no additional charge. So you have to book a room and you have to get park tickets in order to be eligible to get a free dining plan. So, for obvious reasons, people totally love food. This promotion is the most incredibly popular that Disney offers. This is hands down the top of the discounts they offer. And some of the resorts that offer the free dining, they tend to sell out. Now, there are some room exclusions for the promotion. So there are certain resorts that they offer this free dining to, and some that are not, that do not participate in this, and that is the All-Stars Movies, the Bay Lake Tower, Port Orleans French Quarter, the Fort Wilderness Campsites, and the Art of Animation Little Mermaid rooms, and all 3-bedroom villas and villas at Disney's Grand Floridian, standard rooms and bungalows at the Poly. So those resorts and room tiers are not eligible for the free dining discount. Riverside is eligible for free dining on certain times. So you gotta kind of it's a hit or miss as far as Riverside, because sometimes they're in it, sometimes they are not. All right, let's get into different parts of this. Now, there's a lot of parts, so if you're staying on site in Disney World, this has the included, the all-inclusive feel. If you have that dining packages, this way your tickets are paid, your resort room is paid, your airfare is paid, and your meals are paid. So when you go to Disney, people like that feeling of have that all-inclusive, everything is paid for, and I can just relax and have a good time. Disney has that solution, and they handle everything, and they do a great job. And this plan allows you to prepay for all the dining. This way you don't have to worry for it later, and it gives your vacation that great, I'm all finished. You just have to pay for t-shirts or whatever you want to buy. You want to buy some snacks, whatever. You can pay out of pocket that way. Everything else is covered. So now, let's get into how to use it. Now, people can purchase the Disney Dining Plan of those who have booked a package to stay in a Disney World resort. This does not include the Swan Dolphin or Shades of Green. Those resorts are out. They are not participating in the free dining. So packages include a resort and a theme park ticket at a minimum, and you can optionally add a dining plan. So there are 2 exceptions to this. These people will not qualify for Disney free dining that requires a package if you book a room-only reservation. You can only add a dining plan by using a travel agent or calling Disney yourself and adding to it. Okay, Disney Vacation Club members or point renters can add a Disney dining plan to their reservation without booking a package. So if you're renting points for DVC, you can add a dining plan to that reservation. Now, that doesn't mean it's free. You are not eligible for free dining, but you can add a pay out of pocket dining plan to your reservation. So that covers that dining plan. Now you get let's see what's included. Now when you get a dining plan, you get table service credits, you get quick service credits, and you get snack credits, and you also get a refillable mug. Now a table service credit is used at certain table service restaurants, and that includes an entree, a dessert, and this year has an alcoholic beverage. Now if you're on the deluxe, they have a deluxe dining plan. They also get an appetizer and with your lunch and dinner. So you're getting an appetizer on top of all that. That's on the deluxe. A quick service credit is used at participating quick service restaurants, which includes a entree and an alcoholic beverage, plus dessert if you're eating lunch or dinner. So you do not get a dessert at breakfast. So let me just say right off the bat, breakfast is not a good idea on the dining plan because you don't get that added stuff. Breakfast should be paid out of pocket. It's just, if you're trying to get the most out of your money or getting the most out of the dining plan, it is advised that you do not eat breakfast. Now, that doesn't go into a buffet. That's a different story. But in general, if you're going to a quick service for breakfast, I would not advise that. You get snack credits as well, which are used at many locations, including food carts as well. So if you see food carts that have churros or pretzels or whatnot, you can get those. You can use your snack credit towards those. You can get a bottle of water, cotton candy, an ice cream bar. Most current snacks are basically at the carts. You could get, I think, coffees, stuff like that, a Dole Whip. All that are considered snacks. You also get a refillable mug, which each dining plan includes a refillable mug for every guest who is 3 years or older and can only be filled at resorts. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean your resort only. You can go to other resorts and refill it. It will refill at other resorts. That's if you want to drag it with you. That's up to you. So there are 3 types of dining plans. They all have their own different perks. You know, the standard quick service dining plan is offered at the value resorts, as well as now the moderates. What they did this year, they added the quick service to the moderate plan, and only the standard table service was offered at the deluxe. So you have to, when free dining comes out, you have to understand that you might only get a quick service dining plan, which considers 2 quick service credits, 2 snack credits per day. So that equals, I think it's $52 for each person per day. Anyone over 10 or kids would be, I think, $21.75. Now, the regular dining service allows you to have a quick service, a table service credit, each 1 credit each, 2 snack credits, and that is equal to $75.49 per person, and $25.75 for children. So that's per day. And if you're going to do the deluxe, you have to upgrade to that which allows you 3 credits to be used on either of these, meaning 3 quick service or 3 table service. You also get 2 snack credits, and that is equal to $116.25 for an adult, $39.99 for children. Now, you have to eat a lot of food that you have to go on vacation to eat if you're going to do the deluxe. So I would advise probably not do that unless that's what you want to do, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, you're going to a theme park to eat. Good for you. So the best value, I believe, is the regular dining plan, which is the middle-tiered dining plan. You get a table service, a quick service, and 2 snack credits. Now, you can also switch a credit... Wow, not working today. You could switch a quick service credit. You could switch one of those credits to 3 snack credits. So, this goes for people at Food and Wine. If you are on the dining plan and you have quick service credits and you want to go to the Food and Wine Festival and eat the credits that are over there, because all those credits, the food at the Food and Wine is a snack credit. So, if you want to eat over there, you could switch a quick service to 3 snack credits. But the key to this is you have to do it all in one stop. So if you're going to Mexico, you have to get all 3 snacks all at one stop. You cannot get one at Mexico, one at Canada, and one in Germany. No, you have to do it all at one stop. Okay, so keep that in mind. So it goes quick if you're at one place. All right, so how do you use your credits? You could use anywhere. There's certain restaurants. The number of credits is based on how many nights you stay. So you use them as how you like to use the credits until they run out. So if you wanted to go all in 2 days and blow through your credits in 2 days, you could. There's no way you cannot do that. There's no time limit on you can only use 1 a day or whatever. And the quick service credits are all in one big pot. So when you have a quick service credit, they're all in one big pot. So you can grab them and, eat 2. We used to share quick service credits with the family. We would only get 2 quick service, and we would share those plates, and that would save 2 other quick services. So it's a strategy to get the most out of for your money, or free money, Disney money, to get the most out of that so you can go further with it. So free dining is definitely the most popular promotion that Disney does, and it is very competitive. So to try to be the people who take advantage of it after it's released, there are some tips that you need to have. A lot of people say free dining is not worth it. I've heard it all. I've heard thousands. You're paying full price for the room. How can it be free? There's so much food. You can't eat all that food. I don't want to get the dining plan because I can't eat all that food. It's a waste. There's so many people out there that either love it or hate it. You're on one side of the court or the other. There's so many different factors involved to getting the most out of this. So I want to show you how to make this free dining promotion work for you. So when you plan your trip during the free dining times, or when it's offered, blackout dates are definitely huge. You got to plan ahead for that because they've increased over the past few years, and it kind of narrows down the time available that you want to use. Like fall has been the biggest free dining offer in the fall. So when you're planning to go down, most time in free dining, it's going to be in the fall, and the windows have shortened a lot. So if you plan to travel, go ahead and book your room and make all your dining reservations before the free dining is announced. That will make sure you get those reservations. So the restaurants will fill up quickly after free dining is made. So once that free dining is available and you already have a reservation, you're already booked ahead, you can call, make those reservations 180 days in advance. Now, you're already locked into some of these restaurants, and once the free dining offer comes out, you could switch over your reservation and get the free dining offer and keep all your reservations. You can keep those reservations. So it's separate from your actual reservation. So, since the phone lines are jammed for hours after free dining is released, I suggest modifying the existing reservation online and do a whole new package reservation online. This way you don't have to call, you don't have to sit on for hours. Just do it online. It's a lot quicker, it's a lot easier, and it's a lot faster. So that is my recommendation for that. Now, also stay at a moderate resort. Now, the moderates will get the best bang for your buck on the regular dining plan. Now, this has to go for this year. They did the quick service. So the quick service was at the moderates, where you have that option to upgrade to the regular dining plan. And I would suggest that because it was like a $200 upgrade maybe. So I definitely would suggest that because you're going to spend more than $200 on the food for that week or however long you're staying. By staying there at a lower priced room than if you stay at a deluxe resort. So moderates are in that middle category. You don't have to pay that deluxe price. You don't have the value resort with the quick service. You kind of have that middle ground where you're right in the middle. And I would definitely suggest upgrading, but you'll have to do the math to see which one works out for you, depending on the amount of people you have. If it's 2 people and you're going to go to a quick serve at value, you're gonna save a lot of money. But I don't know if it's going to be worth it if you could do a room-only reservation offer that Disney puts out at the same time. Because usually with the free dining offer, they usually put out a room-only offer as well. That could be 10%, 20%, 30%, depending on the tiered categories that they put. Value, moderate to deluxe, you could save up to 30%. So 2 people staying in a deluxe at 30% off is probably going to be a better deal than if you were to go free dining. But you have to do the math. What else do we have? Oh, well, you should consider waiting until after the package and room discounts have been released to add anything to your resort, such as a memory maker, such as modifying anything. So wait till you get that reservation room booked before you start adding things to it. So basically, people have tried different ways of looking at the dining plan, and it's about having a vacation as basically stress-free that you don't have to worry about. And it's definitely a financial decision where you need to decide what is going to be best for your family. You could have 5 people in your family. You could have 3 people in your family. You could have 4 people. When I do this, I usually do it for 4 people because that is the cookie cutter Disney's family comparison. So when you have 4 people, 2 adults, 2 children, you get the so-called dining plan. And you got to factor in how much it's going to cost, because yes, you do have to pay rack rate for the room. So you could be paying, let's do $250 at Riverside per night. Comes out to, with taxes, all that, is $1,733. Now you got to add 2-day park hoppers. I'm going to go ahead and add 5. So I'm adding 5-day park hoppers, which totals out to be $3,592 is your total for 4 people with the dining plan, room and tickets at a moderate resort. That's not a bad deal. That, to me, that's a good deal. Now, if you were to do without the dining plan and get 20% off the room, which is $1,733, and the room only offer is 20%. Let's just say 20%, because sometimes it's 15, but I'm just going to go high and do 20%. So it's we'll say $350 off. So you're saving $350 So now your price is $13.83. So $13.83. Okay, $13.83 is 20% off. So you got 20% off, and then the tickets themselves, the Park Hopper tickets for 5 days is $18.59. So you got $1,859 plus the $13.83 equals $32.42. So $32.42 is your total without the dining package. Now that is a difference of $350. There's your 20%. You just ordered a room and tickets. You do not have food. So food is one of the most important parts of this equation. Yes, you do have to pay a higher rate on your room, but you're getting the food included. Now which means if I were to do park tickets and a resort room, I have to factor in food. Now, food for a family of 4 could be anywhere from $800 to $1,000 for a week, depending on the kids, depending on the people, depending on where you eat. If I have an option, I'm going to want to eat at California Grill. I'm going to want to eat at the nicer restaurants. If I have that option. With the dining plan, on the free dining plan, you have that option. Okay? Yeah, you have to pay rack rate, but I'm not saving more than $800 to $1,000 on this percentage off. Now, yes, if I'm going deluxe and I'm staying at, a $500 a night room with 2 people at 30% off, that math is going to be a hell of a lot different than what I just came up with a family of 4. So you have to do the math. But when people say, oh yeah, you're paying rack rate, no, it doesn't matter about the rack rate. It matters how much you pay for food. Now, a family of 4, where I'm using the cookie cutter, is gonna pay on average of $800. So $800 for a week. You can budget, you could eat cheaper things on the menu, you could share meals, you could budget the way you want to budget and make it work. But if you have that option to do a free dining plan for pretty much close to that same price that you're paying now and get that option for free, why wouldn't you take that? To me, that's crazy. Why somebody wouldn't do something like that? Yeah, regardless, that's too much food, who could eat all that? Yeah. The main subject is you're going to be paying out of pocket for your food. Now, with this all paid, you can go to those restaurants. You can eat those certain things. You don't have to worry about, let's share this burger because it's a, $15, $20 burger as compared to let's go to the sci-fi and everybody get their own burger. There's a big difference. So with the free dining plan, it's tough to try to convince people who really hate it. I don't know why people hate that dining plan, but it's hard to, the math says it all. So when people say, I can't, it doesn't work out, you can't break even or do whatever. No, if you were to pay out of pocket for a dining plan, yeah, I don't think that's worth it because the dining plan itself, say a family of 4, is close to $1,200 now. $1,200 for a family of 4 for a week. You could save yourself $300 to $400 by not using the dining plan and eating the same kind of way. It's just that's the way it's designed for. It's designed for convenience rather than an expense or saving you money. So I would definitely suggest, if you do decide to do a free dining offer, that you do the math, because yes, you're getting the rack rate. That is where, yes, you are 100 to all the people out there that scream, you're paying rack rate. Yes, but you're not paying for food. Yes, you could have 20% off, 30% off, even 40% off. If I did 40% off of this, that still wouldn't equal the amount of food that I'm going to eat for a week that I don't have to pay for. You know, $800 at a moderate is like almost 50% off. So to have that kind of a discount, yeah, I would take that discount in a heartbeat. But they don't offer that. They offer the free dining. So you do what you can. And to save, you know, you want to get the room only discount, then go ahead. You're going to save that $200 to $300 right off the top. And if you can eat $200 to $300 on a week vacation, good luck. Because the price on Disney's food nowadays, if you were to eat at a decent place every day, you're not going to be, there's no way you could pay that amount. So, you know, my advice to people is to do the math, because free dining is worth it. It's slowly losing its gas, you know, as far as getting people what they need. And Disney's slowly taking away. They're tightening that cord. So, you know, it's slowly going away. They did add the alcohol, which is, this brings it up a little bit, because now you can get a beer or get wine or whatever. And the price of that beer is a lot different than the price of a soda. So to get that in a free aspect, that brings it up a little bit. But, you know, you still have to get the park hopper, and you got to have a 2-day. So they're restricting certain parts of it and letting loose on other areas. So do what you can based on what you have to, or you know, what they're offering and what you have in your family size, and definitely do the math. The math is where it is. Don't listen to anybody saying, well, it's not worth it. It's, you know, it's not free. You got to pay this. And don't listen to those people that say all those things, because to them, it's not worth it. If they did the math, then it's not worth it for them. Then that's fine. But to other people, it is worth, you know, doing the math and figuring out, okay, well, if I do this, A, B, and C, I can equal D. And D is a lot cheaper than if I did it without. Use your math, use your brain, and we will be right back.
Time to musk up.
Wow. Never ceases to amaze me. What cologne are you gonna go with? London Gentleman or... Wait. No. Hold on. Blackbeard's Delight.
No. She gets a special cologne. It's called Sex Panther by Odeon. It's illegal in 9 countries. Yep. It's made with bits of real panther, so you know it's good.
It's quite pungent.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, it's a formidable scent. It stings the nostrils. In a good way.
Yeah.
Brian, I'm going to be honest with you. That smells like pure gasoline.
They've done studies, you know. 60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
All right, we are back with, we were talking about the Disney dining, the free Disney dining plan, and is it worth it and whatnot. So, in my opinion, definitely do the math. Factor in everything that you can as far as room, what deluxe value or moderate resort, how much you plan on eating. They do have, I'll put in the show notes, they have a link for a food calculator, and it tells you, you know, if you plan on eating at A, B, and C restaurants throughout your vacation, and it has a menu of every restaurant. Say you want to eat at Sci-Fi restaurant, you go to that Sci-Fi restaurant in the calculator, and it lists all the menu, everything on the menu at Sci-Fi. So then you click on what you're going to be eating, so you can plan ahead, and it tells you the prices, and it all calculates that all up into the calculator, and then you can total it out and say, okay, well, I'll be spending, $1,000 for the week. Okay, so now you know what you plan on eating, and if that savings is going to work for you on the other end if you do free dining. So once you figure out the free dining, you factor in your resort, you factor in the park tickets, and add in that $1,000 for food if you were to pay out of pocket. And if your savings is less, then I would definitely go for that, because it'll definitely be worth it, and you won't regret having that convenience. They're adding that in your My Disney Experience app now. You can follow your credits, where it is, where you spent them, how much you have left, how much you have in total. You can track all your credits in My Disney Experience app. One other thing is the fast food pass that is available in your Disney Experience app, where you can go text in advance what you want to eat at a certain restaurant, and you can go pick it up as a takeout type of a request at your restaurant, and the food will be ready and waiting for you when you arrive. That's a new thing they're trying out at different restaurants throughout Disney property. So if you plan on doing Disney soon, they have that option. That's in your My Disney Experience as well. So check that out. And definitely don't listen to people who say free dining isn't worth it, free dining stinks, free dining this, and the food at Disney isn't worth it, blah, blah, blah. Don't listen to them. Do the math. That's all you have to do. Just whatever you do, the math doesn't lie. So take that and run with it, because it's definitely worth it. So that is it for this week's episode. I got a new thing about subscribing to the podcast that I wanted to share. Was a update that was done on the iPhone. If you happen to have an iPhone and you want to subscribe to the podcast, all you have to do is ask Siri to subscribe. And hang on, I'll show you. It's, hey Siri, can you subscribe to the Go Ask Mickey podcast?
Just to confirm, would you like to subscribe to the podcast Go Ask Mickey Podcast by WDW Walt Disney World?
Yes.
Okay, I've subscribed you to Go Ask Mickey Podcast by WDW Walt Disney World.
And that's how you do the new iTunes iPhone app with Siri and subscribing to the podcast. So if you could subscribe to us, and if you could spread the word, share the show, and check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all those social networks. And if you could, until next time, Disney Nation, rock on.
Head on over to goaskmickey.com or check us out on Facebook or leave us a review on iTunes.